Hi, Justin. How you doing? I've got you open right here. I'd like to get this window open just a little bit further. Okay, now we're going to talk about corporate identity, but I want to just talk about this page first and ask a couple questions and just see where you're at. We've seen this page before, and this week I want you guys to start thinking about what you're going to do for your background page. If you take a look at a couple of the resources I posted over in the announcements area, you'll see that there's some really good visual as well as um, written resources, describing the best way to set up your portfolio pages in terms of featuring your work and not drawing the attention away from your work to other items on the page. And I bring that up because I think that's what we have going on right up here and right down here. And especially, well, not especially, but also with that honeycomb background. So basically what you're saying here is you're saying, look at me, and look at me. But in the very last thing you're saying is, look at me. And that's the first thing you should be saying is, look at me. I'm Justin. Here's my logo. Is this the logo you plan on using? I'm not sure if it is. To me, this logo seems a little urban, graffiti-esque might be a good word to use. It seems a little bit relaxed, a little informal for the job market. So, okay, so let's move on to your corporate identity. Now, design brief, this is great. I'm not real sure, again, here, we got these background pages, so I'm not sure what's going on here, like this, Designs by Justin. Like, should that even be there? This is a design brief, so shouldn't you just be showing the design brief? I guess is what I'm saying is, so you're trying to work this, which I'm not real sure what this has to do with this. And so then we move on, and I'm not sure what this big thing right here has to do with the presentation. And I'm wondering how does this work right here? Is this part of the rest of your portfolio presentation? So in other words, in the other parts of the portfolio, the other sections, so does it say corporate identity over here? Or does it say advertising campaign over here? Is that the motif you're following through your portfolio? I guess is what I'm asking. And again, I'm not real sure if you've looked at these or not, Justin. These how to design your portfolio, ultimate guide to portfolio presentation, and what a student portfolio might look like. I think that's really important. There's even that's a really good video. This is a great one. You want to check that out. And then there was another one in here. This might be it right here, where we actually are looking at the portfolio itself. Good stuff. I don't know if that's it. It's in there. I don't want to spend too much time looking for it, but it's in there. And I want you to take a look at this and really decide on your background pages. Okay, what do they look like? So in other words, a background page should have a logo in one spot, the text in the next spot, and then basically a playing field to feature the work. Okay, so in a portfolio, you wouldn't want to push the work all the way to the corners of the page. You would want to have your text and your designer's logo, your designer's logo, and then your text. And then those should be in a consistent spot on every page because you're developing a timing and issuing a cadence to the presentation. Okay, so you don't want those to be jumping around the page. You have the idea with where you're placing your type here. So see, the type is staying in the same spot. That's awesome. So I guess I'm just kind of confused here as to whether I'm talking about the background pages or I'm talking about the work itself. And I think that there's not a real demarcation of the difference here going on. I just don't know if this is part of the design or did you know what I'm saying? So I really think it'll clarify things when you take a look at those videos. But anyways, okay, so let's go through the work. I would set up a left margin right here, draw your vertical, your imaginary vertical divider line right there. Keep your blue text to that side and keep your black text to that side and try to align that. Because this right here, but, that's really super annoying. So is this big Z. So actually, this is a tactic to get people not to look at the page because you'll start at this Z, you'll go like this and you'll go right off the page. And I'm just a little concerned that people are just going to go right through the logos without even really paying attention to them. Okay, now you have your logo sheet right here. These are your accepted, I'm assuming these are your accepted logo versions, but on the next page here, immediately you've broken your own rule here because that presentation isn't included in these versions, okay? Likewise here. Okay, other than that, this looks great. This is awesome right here. Good shot right there. But the web page looks awesome. I think actually here's another one where you've broken that usage rule too. I don't see it in black. I lied. There it is right there. Never mind that. But anyway, so okay, so this image, this is the second time you've used this image. You've used it in the web page. It's a great image in a web page because it insinuates forwardness, and that's awesome. I wouldn't use it twice though. I wouldn't use it here. It's just for those of your clients that are paying attention, they see that being used twice. It's going to appear as though you're trying to chintz out on images. So you have this. This is good. This image again, it's showing this expanse. We go where most run. Well, that's awesome. But if you follow the logical line of vision, the sight line, the movement line, as it were, this truck is about to smash into that black thing. So you want to rethink that. My suggestion is remove the black box and just place this logo and this type somewhere within the composition. This is looking pretty good. I think you're using too much of the truck. I do. I think you should feature more of the road, because that's where the power of the image is in this area right here. It's not this. So why feature that in that image? See what I'm saying? You want to show that forwardness. Okay, but anyways, I want you to change an image anyways, because it's the second time you're using it. Now you have your design brochure, and this isn't going to go well with your this is not going to go well with your portfolio reviewers, or a potential employer is not going to want to see this recomposed from this. It looks like you ran out of ideas. Same thing here. This is the third time you've used this image. So it does. It looks like you've run out of ideas. This is more what I was talking about working the logo into the composition as opposed to placing it in a block that obstructs the truck's path. Okay, this We Deliver looks good, but you know what? I don't know. You got to put some kind of blur or something on these, or you know what it is? It might be the perspective as well. You might work the perspective of the placement of that logo on those trucks, because it's really clear that that's been placed, the logo. So you may read that. I'm thinking of checking the perspective and putting a blur on that layer. Okay, and again, here we have this another here's this background page here. Okay, and then you've shown this one a couple of times, and then you have this one over here. Okay, so can you see where I'm a little confused as to how this works? And then here's this one again. So our background pages are just kind of everywhere. So, and then again, here's your print ad design. And again, this is the second or third time we've seen that. So your portfolio reviewer or the employer, if I'm an employer, I'm just going to be honest with you, I'm going to look at this and go, well, this student has run out of ideas, because, it's just you're recomposing the same piece for that's not how advertising works. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking, and that's one of the things I think that is the best for students to start thinking about how employers look at their work. So food for thought there, okay? That's all I have. So if you have any questions, feel free to get with me. Okay, thanks. Great job.